Before you watch this video, please like and subscribe. We're at 500 subscribers, I think. So maybe we could increase that to 1,000.
To 1,000. You could have said 501.
No, because see, it's like boost, right? So
hey, how about I got an idea? Why don't we?
If you have 10 pounds of boost, then you wouldn't go to 10. You wouldn't go to 11. You go to 20, right? You double it.
He wants to double it. Okay.
I think you go to 15.
How about when we get it? How about when we reach 1,000 subscribers? We will raffle off one of the hats we just got made.
To who?
You think that I don't think people care about that.
Yeah, we'll gift them a hat. We'll take the 1,000 subscribers and we'll do a random drawing. And that person will win because it's not fair to do it for like the 1,000th subscriber. So do it for overall.
I got it. We'll raffle off a free blow charger.
You think that's funny, Drew?
Since it doesn't exist, you're not really lying, right? So
let's raffle a hat. We've got the MC2. They're nice. Look.
The background story, everyone is
Hold
that
on.
my wife called it a supercharger and a blower. She got mixed up because she said a blow charger.
Well, we'll announce who the winner is. So I know how to do. We'll put everybody's name, and you.
How do you contact those people? Like, what do you do?
We'll tell them who won, and then we'll tell them to contact us. Give us their info, and we'll
watch the next video.
Yeah.
Then they don't get it.
No, we'll make sure. We'll message them.
Okay. So.
And then we'll give them so many days to reply, and if they don't, then we'll pick a second winner. Okay, but we got these MC2 hats, right? MC2 fabrication. Then we have some Smokehouse, right? It's a boy.
Mm-hmm. Is it a small basic cam? That's for sure.
Is it possible to put that in wrong?
What's that?
Is it possible to put that in wrong?
No. You have to be really bad at building things.
Well, we had one that was put in wrong, remember?
Not backwards, though.
What was it?
That's a tampon.
Oh, you mother. Son of a mother. Dang it. Hurt. Little lip right there. Alright, so that's the cam. PS434A. Whatever that means. It's comp cams. It's on a 114, so it's a 575. Right. I think it's the left 570. I don't know the specs are. I can't make sense of it. But it is a comp cams. Okay. Cast gear.
Can you tell me what you're doing?
I'm checking
That's a tool.
the seat, yeah. The height of the spring. When the valve is on the seat. Because there's spring pressure
Is the valve in that little
as
tool?
it sits. What?
Is a spring in that little tool?
No. So this just measures the height from
Okay.
the seat of the head to the retainer.
So are all springs the same size? Or there's different tools for different...
sizes. So now I'm gonna see. I forgot how to read this.
I said I forgot how to read
It's
it.
your final.
My final?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't know.
Where are your notes? Is that open book final?
I did it last time.
For $20, Andrew. If you can read it right.
$20.
Take your time. $20 is a Dutch run.
Okay.
What's that?
For all four of us. I said Dutch. Think about it. Because as soon as Dad tells you, you're going to be like, oh, yeah. I wonder if anybody is watching.
We need that the theme Jeopardy. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding.
Ding dong, ding dong.
There you go. That's what it is.
Do you want to call
You want to phone a friend? You want to phone a dad?
Yeah.
call Matt while we're on video? That'd be fun. Say Matt. Well, does Matt know how to read that?
Maybe.
Why don't you Google it real quick, son?
I know.
How to
these
read
are
it.
Increments of 25. Right here.
You ready for help or what?
Yeah.
So, the way you read this is, so these are tenths of an inch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8/10, 6/10, right? 7/10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going.
It's not quite 8.
Right,
It's
so-
higher.
Watch out.
Well, I'm trying to get it.
So
So it's 8.25?
no.
Are
So
there increments of what you said?
of 25. So that is 8.8. I can't see with you.
These glasses.
Yeah, and your glasses. Put your glasses on.
So if you just go back, so whenever you're trying to figure this out, just go back to 0, right? So that would be 8.0 or 0.8, I should say.
Okay.
Exactly, right? So if that's the case, then, and if you want to see, okay, well, where does it actually land? You go back and kind of rotate it. So that's 0.8, right? So each one of those, so that's 20 thousandths.
Okay.
Honey, I can't see.
Okay. When you pause, I'm going to record.
All right, so 20 thousandths, right? And then that's 40 right there. So, and each one of those is, so 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that one is, it's basically 8.035, 0.8035.
That's not an inch yet.
No.
Really?
You can't be teaching and explaining to somebody and then me not showing them.
Well, I know,
what
but I
you're
couldn't see through the
Okay, but you need to learn how to step back. Let me get it,
need to learn
and then come back.
So yeah.
Excuse me.
So yeah, that's
I'll still give you $20.
It's not an inch.
no. Well, yeah. So basically, but that's not the scale. So you add the inch after because you know that you're starting from your baseline's an inch, right? But so it's 1 point. But for the scale that we're looking at, it's less than an inch. So that's what you do. And then you just add it at the end, right? So as a sanity check, let's say if you're going to do this, you can just basically take a picture of that and then go back, rotate it down, pull the keepers off, and then you can mic it.
Bless you.
So then you go back like this.
Yeah, show us.
So we were at, so that's exactly 8 right there.
Okay.
That's exactly 8. And then we were right here.
So let's say we didn't have this tool. Is there another way to check?
You could kind of do it if you put the retainer on there and try to measure the distance with a snap gauge. But it's much more,
This
not
is
as
more accurate.
Yeah. So Andrew went to go grab the calipers. So we said 8, right? So we're at 8.
Yeah.
So that's 0, right? It's right at 8. So then we said each of those is 5 thou. So that's 20, and then that right there would be 30, and we were right here, right?
A little
Yep.
bit past it.
A little past it, we're like that. So let's say 8, like point, and I said 0.83, like 2, or 836, 837. .837. So you know.
So if you didn't know how to read that, he could have just went this and measured it.
Yeah. But it's better to know how to read it.
Yeah.
the first time I tried to figure out one of these like veneer scales, I was trying to read a mic, like one of these right here, the digital or the analog stop, and I was at work. This is years ago, and I was like, how the hell does that even make sense, right? Thinking like, what the frick, dude? And then I was there for like 20 minutes, like trying to figure it out, and then I finally got smart. I got a pair of we had a pair of digital.
You finally got smart.
Yeah, I got a pair of digital calipers, and what I would do is I'd get it at a base it at like a round number, not like a nominal, like 1 inch.
So you learned backwards, kind
Yeah,
of.
and then I measured this with a digital, and I was like, oh. And then I moved it like a little bit, and then I checked it.
Yeah,
and then that's how I figured it out.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I was like, how the hell did I make sense? Like, how did you get that? So yeah, it didn't make any sense to me.
And now that's part of your name, your logo, business name.
What are you doing now? Oh, I thought you were doing something. So yeah, so you can measure the spring rate. In the spring rate.
He's a little sick and it's cold outside. What are you drinking?
Smoothie that you made. So what he's gonna do is he's going to set the distance at the seat pressure, and then that's what we're gonna. That's how we're gonna find out what the actual seat pressure setting is. Okay. So it's
About 110.
okay. And then a lift on the cam. Did you get the paper, or do you want me to grab it?
120.
Let me grab the spec.
Yeah.
This is the 454 that's going to go in the 62 Impala, the red one. So I'm going to lay down a couple coats of epoxy primer on this 454, and then Aaron's going to lay down a couple passes on his new LS build for his truck. Let's see. Tack up, and then hit it with another coat. The hard part is getting in those little crevices without missing anything.
It's looking good.
It's always those areas on the back side. thing to hit. Hands getting tired.
Yeah.
See, painted it and didn't waste a bunch of paint. See how you're able to get in all the holes?
Yeah.
I'll get some right here.
Oh yeah. Nice. Can you help flipping it over? Oh, right here. There you go.
I'm gonna hit it with one wet coat. On the outside.
You made it wider?
Huh?
You make it wider?
Yeah. All right, flip it down. All right, today we're back on the Impala motor. Basically, I had to take off the, I've taken off both cylinder heads, but one of the cylinder heads had to come off because initially I could not get the lifters, the new mechanical lifters, into the bores because this has a tall boss on the lifter bores because it's one of the factory lifter blocks. So that's kind of how they set it up. And those take different restraining mechanisms to keep the lifters in place. So what we have to do is, where is the lifters? What did I do with those? Oh, here we go. They're over here. So the lifters are right here. So these are 0.3 tenths taller. And the issue is they're too tall to, so this side, that side goes in fine. But this side hits the cylinder head. So I have to take the heads off and basically grind away the aluminum with a carbide burr so that when we do take the lifters out, we don't have to take the heads out. So I ordered a new head gasket, and while we're at it, I'm gonna change these bolts out. These are okay, but for a build like this, we really need some ARP stainless steel and polished 12-point bolts. That's what I want to use for these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take off the heads and the valve springs. I'm going to swap those out for a new set of valve springs over here. Comp cams. So these are basically a 450 spring rate, 450 foot-pound spring rate. Not foot-pound, but pound spring rate. And those are going to go in place of the, and I have new retainers. And I have a set of 10-degree locks to go with it. So that's what we're doing. So new cam goes in, and I'll go over the specs later. New cam goes in, lifters go in. I got new head gaskets on order, head bolts. Valve springs are gonna be swapped out, and then maybe I'll put the timing cover on. Actually, I might put the timing cover on. I have parts over here. So I have an ARP bolt kit here. Brand new. Those are for the intake. The intake's out for powder coat, water neck, gaskets, some pretty sick Chevrolet Performance cast aluminum polished valve covers. What else did I get? Timing covers here, and a couple little doodads here and there. Nothing crazy. But yeah, so that's what I'll be doing today. I didn't want to grind I thought about it for about 20 minutes. Maybe I should just cover this really well and then just grind it with a carbide burr. But I just, you know what, it's better to take it off because I don't want to risk the chance of getting any metal shavings in the motor. And I don't want to spend the time to mask it off. So new head gaskets, bolts, and while we're at it, I might as well change the bolts. So that's on the agenda for today. So yeah, we just get after it. All right. All right, so I think I have it done. Let's see. Yeah, that's the relief cut I made on all the ports, not the ports, but the push rod tubes. So now it's time to see if that's enough clearance to actually get the lifters in. All right, so let's see. Here's the test. Here is the test. 1, 2. This one's a little bit tight. So that one doesn't go in. So it needs to be clearanced a little bit more. So that's one no go. Let's see. That one's good. And that one's good. That one's good. Just gotta twist them a little bit to get them in. That one's good, and that one's good. So the only one that doesn't fit is this son of a gun right here. And it's just barely off. Oh man, just a little bit. It's barely. It would probably work with the gasket on, because right now there's no gasket, so, but I need the margin. So I'll just touch it up just a hair. What a pain in the ass. I could probably get in if I forced it, but I don't know if I want to do that. It's like, probably need to take off like 10 thou or so. All right, so this one is just needs to be touched up just a little bit. Okay. All right, so this is a continuation of yesterday's video, but even though it's today. And we went to Summit yesterday because I needed to order head gaskets. So it turns out these head gaskets are not that easy to get. So these are 4.25 bore gaskets, which are big block gaskets.
Big block.
Yeah, big block gaskets.
Well, this is going to be the bloopers.
Hey, you know what? You made
this is going to be bloopers.
What'd you say today? She said
Martin.
Tan. I'm just saying.
They were tan cakes. I made tan colored tan cakes.
Those are pancakes. All right, so
it's my Spanish accent.
You messed me up.
I can't mess you up. You mess yourself up.
Gaskets.
Oh,
Yeah, they're hard to get. So we
they're
had to
hard
go to
get. So
Summit.
these are you're not gonna find a small block Chevy with a 4.25 board. That's not gonna happen. I mean, you can, but they're hard to find. Anyway, so I got gaskets coming, and I got the when we were at Summit last night, I was able to get the bolts. They had these in stock, so these are gonna replace these here. Those are the ones that were there before, so these are the new ones. So a lot better, obviously, and they're ARP. So, and also too, these the webbing between the cylinders is really, really thin. So I want to make sure that there's really good clamping force on those gaskets. So what else do we get? Gaskets. I actually returned the valve springs that I had before because they didn't have the right installed height. So I got a different set. These are a little more expensive, but they have the right pressure that we need. Anything else?
That you got? I
I
mean,
think that's it. That's all I got, right?
we got some other parts for other projects. But.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, like I said again, like and subscribe.
At 1,000, once we reach 1,000, we're gonna.
Right. If you want a hat or a blow charger. The next video for this is going to be the assembly. So we'll put the heads on, put the cam in, put the lifters on.
So like and subscribe so you don't miss that video, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to see that video of this thing actually fully put together, and the intake is, see, that's what I got you. See, see?
I know.
The intake will be.
Been trying to tell you that this whole time.
The intake will be here, and it'll just kind of tie everything together. So, all right.
All right. I want to see it. I'm gonna like and subscribe.